What is going on, guys? Krysis here, coming at you live and in person. It has been quite a while since my last video, and when most YouTubers say that, it's been, maybe 2 or 3 days or something like that, possibly a week. For me, I'm talking it has been months since my last upload. We're going to get to that here in a moment. First thing you're going to be seeing is that we're playing Domination on Rush. This is actually my first time ever playing this map. And, I'm going to get into that later, and everybody's like, Krysis, why aren't you playing Ghost, blah, blah, blah. That's because Ghost sucks, okay? Let's just get that out of the road. Call of Duty Ghost is, like, the most horrible game ever in the franchise. Just Battlefield's way better. But I have a couple friends that still play Black Ops 2, and that's what we're doing here. Like I said, I actually was playing with them. And I'm going to start off kind of rough. I'm going to get a stealth chopper right at the end of the first half of the game here. I'm going to throw it in the second half. And then I'm just going to go kind of trolling newbie with an assault shield and things like that. But, like I said, it has been a while since my last video. I'm not really quite sure of when my last one was uploaded. I think it was in, like, July or August or something like that. So it's been about 6 months. And everybody, was asking me, on Twitter and things like that, where have you been? Where are you? Why aren't you uploading? What's the deal? You promised us this series and blah, 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 and everything else. And the truth is, guys, I mean, to be 100% honest, I stopped caring about YouTube. There's a reason for that. I'm gonna get to it, but that's the biggest thing. I stopped caring, and it was a horrible decision to make. It was absolutely ridiculous. But I'm back now, and I'm gonna be trying to get at least one video a week up for you guys. So if you have anything you would like me to talk about, any pertinent issue or anything like that, you would like to discuss, feel free to put it in the comment section down there below. If you have something that you would like to, discuss at length with me and be in a video, feel free to message me for my Skype info or anything like that. We can talk on Skype. I love hearing what other people have to say about different opinions, because that's the great thing about being humans. We all think differently. Even if we agree on a subject, we all think differently. So, like I said, you guys, if you have anything like that, feel free to put it in the comment section, message me. I'm going to link Twitter, Facebook, all that fun stuff down in the bottom in the comment section below afterwards. But back to why I haven't been, YouTubing. And one real quick side note, it got really laggy because somebody has $6 Walmart internet, and that's why you see a bunch of lags and stuff like that. But it was still pretty decent gameplay, and that's why I put it up. But the reason why I wasn't uploading, I wasn't on Facebook, I wasn't on Twitter, and I wasn't, really, I was basically off the grid. I mean, that's pretty much, let's call it what it is here. It's because I was really super depressed. And I know everybody's like, oh, well, you were depressed. That means you were just sad. Why were you just sad? Well, there's a difference, If I'm a huge sports fan, if my team loses, yeah, I'm sad, but I get over it. If you're depressed, if you're truly depressed, you can't get out of it. There is no, we'll get them next time or something like that. If you are truly depressed, it's a problem. It's a disease. It's just, it's not fixable just by a joke or something like that, And I found that out. And basically the way I dealt with my depression was the way a lot of people deal with it. I turned to substances. I wasn't it wasn't anything, like cocaine or anything, heroin, stuff like that. But my substance of choice was alcohol, because drinking is like pouring smiles on your brain when you're depressed, and that's what I wanted. I just wanted to smile. I just wanted to have fun, and drinking allowed me to do that. I'm not saying it's right, and, for reasons that I'm going to discuss later on, it is the absolute wrong reason. Please don't ever feel like you need to turn to alcohol, because it will fuck your life up, faster than anything that's ever happened. But basically what happened was I was in a really, really rough relationship. Bad things happened. This isn't the time or place to discuss that, because it just makes me sad again. But just bad things happened, and I was like, oh man. And then a couple weeks and stuff later, I actually got fired from my job because my supervisor didn't like me, and she got a bunch of the other staff to work up and team up against me to get me fired. And Pennsylvania is an at-will state. That's where I live. They can fire you for wearing the wrong t-shirt. It's bullshit, but hey, what are you gonna do? Well, when all this happened, I was like, I'm so sad. My friend came up with a wild idea. Hey, let's go out and have a drink. Well, I was sad, and when I went drinking, I got happy again, and I was like, wow, this really works. And whenever somebody thinks of the term alcoholic, they think of somebody who's just drunk 24/7. That's not the case. I was an alcoholic because I drank to basically cure my depression. It wasn't a cure, it actually made things a lot worse. But that was what it was. And for all intents and purposes, I was an alcoholic. I was alcohol dependent. And I needed that in my life just, to smile, because the smallest little tiny thing could go wrong. I could get into a fight with somebody, not even a fight, just like a disagreement with somebody, and I'm like, oh, this person thinks I'm wrong, so I must be wrong, and that's horrible, and now I'm depressed, so let's go have a drink. I was buying, probably 2 to 3 bottles of vodka a week. Vodka was my alcohol of choice, and I was buying 2 to 3 bottles a week, and that's what I was going through. Didn't pay my internet bill and lost my internet. It's another huge reason why I wasn't able to upload, because all my money was spent towards gas for work and booze. I never went to work under the influence because of what I did. Because I did get I had like another little meaningless job there in between, and I never, thankfully, thank God, I never, drank and then drove afterwards, and, killed somebody. Thank God that never happened. But, I did do some pretty stupid shit when I was drunk. It was not a good time for me, and when people are depressed and they're drunk, they do really stupid stuff, and that's pretty much where I was in my life. But the biggest thing for me was I didn't even realize it was an issue. It was just, so bad for me, and I lost a lot of friends, and I was just like, yeah, screw them. I don't need friends. I have my buddy, I have my buddy Vladimir or something like that, and I was like, I don't need these problems. That's what they were. That's what they were. They were problems to me, and I didn't need them. But one day, a really good friend of mine that I've been friends with ever since I was in, like, 1st or 2nd grade came up to me and just looked me straight in the face and was like, you have a fucking problem, and you need to take care of it ASAP. And I just looked at her, and I was like, fuck you. I don't have a problem. I'm fine. And she's like, no, you have a fucking problem, and you need to take care of it because your life is going down the shitter. And then she just left. And when that happened, I instinctively just turned around and reached for a bottle. And right then and there, I was like, oh shit. Like, she's right. So I had to go completely against everything I stood for. And, I'm the big burly man type. I don't need help. I'm a man. Men don't ask for help. Men don't cry. Things like that. And that's a flaw that I have. And that's a flaw that I had to take care of. And it took a lot for me to ask for help. Somebody thinking, oh, well, all you did was ask for help. How difficult can that be? Trust me, it's a lot more difficult than people think. And, yeah, I talked to a whole bunch of people that I hadn't talked to for a while, and it was crazy how much different perspective that people had, on the situations and things like that. I talked to a bunch of people who had dealt with addiction before, and, I'm not going to bring up names, but I had a family member who battled with it, and you're going to see a pretty dirt move. I think it's right here where I throw it. Yeah, trophy system. I'm not used to those. This is like my trolley class. But, anyway, I had a family member who dealt with addiction pretty badly, and I talked to him a lot and things like that. I started listening to a whole lot of music because when I was depressed when I was a kid, and that's for a whole nother, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother video. And that was what pulled me out of my depression the first time, and was music, and that's what really, saved my life growing up. And that's what I did. I turned to music, turned to a bunch of friends. And you're happy to know, guys, that I don't deal with this problem anymore. It's something that I've got a grasp on now. And, well, yeah, I can't say that because it's never something you really truly have a grasp on, because it's always out there. But it's something that, through friends and support and things like that, it's something that I can control. And that's the biggest thing. It's not something that runs my life anymore. And that's the whole beauty of this thing, especially me living in America where I do. America's the land of second chances, and, I'm getting my second chance here basically at adulthood. For those of you who don't know, I'm 23 years old, and it's a great feeling. I'm happy again. I'm laughing all the time. Even this game here, when I was trolling people with the shield, the whole time I was just laughing, and I hadn't laughed that hard in a long, long time. But there's only a couple minutes left here at gameplay, guys, and what I just want to say again is, if you guys feel like you're going through anything like this, It doesn't even have to be with alcohol. It doesn't even have to be substance abuse. If you're just depressed, if you're sad, if something's going wrong in your life, and just remember, you're not the only one out there. There are other people who go through this, and there are people who can help you. So if you guys ever need anything, feel free to hit me up. Like I said, I'm gonna be linking Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that happy fun stuff in the description. Just like I said, feel free, guys. Please don't. I don't want to see anybody go through this again. I actually lost some friends recently to drugs, and it's been a horrible, horrible time. Where I live here lately, we lost 6 people in the past 6 months due to drug overdoses, and it's just absolutely horrible. And I don't want to see anybody else go down that road. I don't want to see anybody else think that they don't have a chance, and that the only thing that's going to cure them is some type of substance or something like that, and it's not the truth. So please, guys, if you need anything, and this is a serious request, feel free to contact me. I'm not above talking to people I don't know about problems and things like that. But like I said, everything's going to be linked down in the description below, guys. You guys check that out. I'm going to be trying to get in at least one video a week up for you guys. And that about wraps it up. I'm Krysis the Imago, and I will see you when I see you.